Hi, this is Craig Smith. I wanted to outline some of the major updates for the MergeFactory. The new version was initiated to comply with some new Google security enhancements that are being implemented. And like earlier this year, Google started to restrict some of the public add-ons from accessing some Gmail features. This really only affected like a small feature in MergeFactory, but next year Google will start to require a per file user consent model when add-ons interact with your Google Drive. The use of Google's file picker is what will indicate that you are giving per file consent to interact with certain files or folders in your Google Drive. So, I'm slightly ahead of the time frame that for these Google requirements, but I just wanted to make that transition to the Google's file picker because I think this upgrade will really kind of enhance the user experience. It does require a little bit of adjustment to make this transition if you've already created template files with the prior version. So I've created this video to kind of explain the update. Also explain a few additional document merge features that I think will make the MergeFactory a more useful and I think a lot more powerful of an add-on. So let me get started here. I've got the document merge sidebar opened. So once you notice here, if you already have some templates that are created, it's going to go ahead and bring them in, and you'll notice that it'll put the name here. We used to have just it said a test link, but now it's going to put a document template number like 20 or 210, and it says needs updating. I've already updated this one, so once you update it, it'll actually put in the name you have from your Google Drive into that in that link. The way to update this, and the reason it says needs updating, is if you select a file that you haven't given permission by using the Google picker, what you're going to do is when you try to make a merge with that, you're going to get an error message that it can't find that file. And the reason being is because you haven't given the add-on access to use that file. So I'll show you here with this, the new version. You're going to just select which template you want to use, and then you to edit it, you'll click over here on the edit. If you click on the X, it'll delete it, and that's we'll do it immediately. But if you want to edit it, you click on the edit button, and you'll notice this is basically your where you create and edit the document template. In the previous version, we had that down here, but now we've moved it to this new dialog box. So, but pretty much everything is still the same. The doc display name, the save as name. We did eliminate the document output types. So basically now they're all going to be what was the equivalent of the one document before, to where you can create, either one line or you can create multiple lines going into a single document. The Google picker and the way you give access for the add-on to use that is with this. So I'm going to open this file so we know which one it is. And this is like a sales packing list. And what I'm going to do is go back and click on the select a file, and this opens up the Google file picker. And from here, you can select, you can search for templates you already have. Or the other thing is you can come over here and it gives you a few options of, last modified or maybe like last open file. So like this is the file that we had just opened. So I'm going to use that as the template. It's actually the same one that we had before, but I do have to use the Google Picker to give the add-on access to it. One other item we've added is it used prior to this, all of your merge documents always went into the same folder that your template file was in. With the new version here, you'll be able to select if you want it to be to go into a different folder. So you basically just select a folder, and it goes through your kind of your folder tree if you have to. I'm just going to keep it to where it was. So once you've selected this file, you'll notice it'll give it the name that you have in Google Drive, and then you can go ahead and save and update this template. And when you do that, you'll notice that it reopens your sidebar and it'll have the new up-to-date information in there. So now let me talk about the different document merges you have. So if you want to, when you want to create document merges, this is very similar to what we had before. So again, you just select, a row or maybe several rows, and you're going to select the template and the new doc merge. You'll notice we have a new tab here with the result. And once the document merge gets done, it's going to put a link in here. So this is to the new merge file, and it, with the name that the way you created it in a save as file. So you can now open that up right away, and it'll show the documents that you've merged. Now, if you're using our premium version, you'll notice in this the result tab, it will show you a different or an extra fill in doc merge button. And what that means is you can go through and select randomly different files, and we can go ahead and create more merges, and it'll append it to the bottom, a new page to the bottom of that. So it gives you a lot, I think, a little bit better feature. Another thing that I think is kind of the biggest improvement that we made is you can also select even different templates from different grids or tabs, and you'll still be able to do additional fill-in merges. And what it'll do is it'll grab that template, and you'll be able to copy a different. You just want to make sure that your templates and the tabs that you're dealing with are the same. So you'll notice that this changed from a letter version now to a different type of template. So this really gives you. I think people are going to be able to figure out a lot of different ways of creating multiple template, multiple page, custom merge documents with this. So, but that kind of gives you an overview of the document merge. So, I'm going to move on to the email sidebar. Again, the sidebar is going to show you, any created templates that you've already have. So you can see I have a couple here. With the new Google changes, we can no longer attach like any type of drive file, and we're currently limited to basically attaching one Google document to an email merge. So if you don't have a document attachment, and if you're coming over from the prior version, it's going to eliminate all of the attachments that if you had any saved prior. So you're going to have to reattach anything if you want to use it. But with this, let's say if I wanted to attach a file to when I send out a sales receipt, I can go to edit this template and go down, and I can select a file again with a Google picker. Like I know I've got a parts list, so people can send it out when I send it, so people can order if they want. And we'll go ahead and update it. So you notice again, it's going to update. It'll show you which document you have as far as the attachment. So it's one of the main changes to the email merge that we have. The other thing, if you're using our premium version, we have another tab here, which we call the combo merge. What that means is, you can select an email to merge, and then from your that prior document merge sidebar, this shows you the list from that sidebar. So if we wanted to attach that packing list to the sales receipt for some reason, we could go ahead and do that. And what this merge is going to do is it's going to, and you click on the combo merge, is it's going to create the document, merge it with the row you have selected. It's going to save that document. It's going to open that document as a PDF and attach it to the email that also is merged with that line of document, and then send it as an attachment. So once it gets done, it's kind of a resource intensive. So I kind of recommend using a limited number of lines when you use that. But if you go to your sent folder, you'll be able to find this. So it did the merges with the email, and it also merged the different attachments also. So let me get back here, and so that kind of it's a new combo merge. The next thing we have is we're going to go to the label merge, and this is basically going to be very similar to what we had before, but you do again with the template list here. It's going to bring up the templates that you currently have. It's going to to show that you do need to update them. Again, you need to update it so that the program can access those files without giving you an error. Again, we have the tabbed interface with these, similar to the document merge. You have to use the file picker. And also, we do offer the same. So if you want to save the merged label merges to a different folder, you can do that also. And so that kind of, I think, overviews at least the same. We have a similar interface to the document merge and the result. We had this before. The other thing is, it seems like we have a lot of users who are using this add-on with a shared Google spreadsheet, and the add-on will work fine with shared Google spreadsheets for the editors for that spreadsheet. So, but each editor does have to basically approve and install the MergeFactory. If one of the users is using the premium version, then all of them would need to use the premium version in order to access all the templates that were created for that particular spreadsheet. So if you're using this in a shared environment, basically my recommendation is, basically using shared folders. So that way, both they have access to the templates, and they'll have access to the merged documents. And the other thing with the new per file user consent is, one user can go through, and when they use the Google Picker to give that per file consent, each user is going to have to go through that same process, because each user is also consenting for them to use that file, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit more difficult, but the new security features that Google is adding is basically to keep make sure that add-ons are only accessing the files that you specifically authorize them to do. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, and I hope this helps. Thank you.